All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our next fighter making his way to the cage, Ronald Minera.
No monitor. Welcome to Club Nokia at LA Live this Sunday night for the University of Mixed Martial Arts. I'm Rich Slayton, joined by Larry Landless to call this 170-pound bout between Ron Minera and Dean Bo Moskowitz. Both guys here, longtime University of Mixed Martial Arts veterans. Ron making his 4th appearance here at the U and 5th fight overall.
Yes, this guy's a black belt in Kenpo Karate, and anytime you see, he's also an MMA fighter out of a boxing club, so looks like he had a couple of wins by TKO, 2 wins by TKO, but then 2 losses back-to-back, and 3 of the fights had been at the U, so we got to see some of his action. Came here from Guatemala at 13. He's a power puncher with good combinations. He's pretty good on his feet, fearless, believes in his hands, and any fighter that believes in his hands, that's pretty much good enough for me.
And one thing about Ron Minera, he is quick out the gate. Every fight he's here just throwing from the opening bell with those fast starts. Now, the negative on that side is he does tend to burn through his cardio early in that first round and a half or so.
Yeah, you got to gauge it a little.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, Dean Bo Moskowitz.
And his opponent making his 6th appearance here at the University of Mixed Martial Arts, Israeli Dean Bo Moskowitz from the ever-rising House of Champions in Van Nuys, California.
Yeah, he's had a KO here in 5 seconds, but was DQ'd after a referee determined he failed to listen to instructions at the stoppage. I wasn't here. I didn't know what happened. I never got to see what happened. I don't know too much news on that. Maybe you can enlighten us with that. You happen to remember the circumstances?
It was the early seconds, obviously a 5-second knockout. His opponent, Darian Matthews, came in hands low. Dean caught him with a right cross, put him down. Now, the referee in that time was a little bit out of position, and when Dean Bo was finishing the fight, she came in and grabbed Dean, who was on top, from behind, pulling him backwards, and the opponent started waking up and throwing punches back. And in that scuffle, Dean Bo, defending himself from those punches, was a little bit overly aggressive from the referee's eyes, and she decided to cue him for ignoring instructions.
Okay.
A lot of people say that the DQ was a little bit questionable, but that's the referee's decision, and that's the choice that she made in the cage.
Yeah. Once again, as a referee, you know, I see both ends of that call. You know, I could sit back and say, hey, I would have done it different, and I could have very well have been drawn into that situation. It's the penalty and the assessment that you probably want to question and see if the mechanics were handled correctly. I don't know. I wasn't here. I can't speak negatively about it. I do know that he does have a strong judo and karate background since 4 years old.
Let's go ahead and get this fight started with Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our next fight of the evening is brought to you by bodybuilding.com. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a karate practitioner. He comes to the cage with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. Both of his wins coming by way of knockout. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 167 pounds. Representing Nelson's Boxing and MMA Club from Van Nuys, California, Ronald Minera. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist. He comes to this fight with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses. 2 wins coming by way of submission, standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds, fighting with the House of Champions from Encino, California, Dean Bo Moskowitz. Man in charge of the action, El Jefe, Mike Beltran.
Let's get ready for 3 3-minute rounds here in the welterweight division between the heavy hands of Ron Minera and the technical background of Dean Bo Moskowitz. This is the University of Mixed Martial Arts. It starts here. Dean Bo out to the center of the cage early. Ron Minera without that. Oh, there we go. Now starts that early flurry.
That was a big one, but he didn't quite land it. So he got taken down for that.
You know, Dean Bo talked before this fight about trusting his instincts more against Shohei Yamamoto, that knockout round 1 loss he had in his last fight. Dean Bo kind of caved to the pressure of the situation, tried to stand and strike with him. He said this time, trust his instincts better and do what he does best. And what that is control the opponent and decide where the fight happens. That's what he's doing right now.
Yes, he just got a mount for this. The choke is ineffective from the mount. He's got to let that go and look for other things or try and reverse his position.
The hands are no longer connected now. Can Dean Bo Moskowitz establish that top control, posture up, and rain down some blows? Yes,
he needs to pull that hand off his chin and lift up and posture up. Only thing holding him down is one hand. Now he put the other one in there. And he had it open. He should have moved to the side and postured it. Nice knees, nice knees. Yeah, they're landing okay. You know, even on the arm, those hurt. That was on the chest. And he got reversed, but he got the guard. It's got one butterfly, and he used it. Wow.
Brilliant sweep there by the young fighter out of House of Champions.
Yeah, that was a nice butterfly, single butterfly sweep with the half guard. And he's looking to pass to the left, or he's looking to mount.
Very smart game plan here from Dean Bo. We've talked earlier about the cardio problems of Ron Minera. A great place for Dean Bo now.
Yes, that
control, wear down the opponent.
Nice. Oh, well, he's a little too, he fell a little too far away from that arm. That angle is really bad to try and get an armbar like that out of. You need to kind of move out to the side a little and not come right off the top.
1 minute and 10 seconds remaining here in this first round between Dean Bo Moskowitz and Ron Minera.
Yeah, looks like Mr. Moskowitz is pretty much in control of this fight most of the time. Even though he's on the ground at this point, I'm still having I'm ahead.
Well, Ron Minera, definitely a gamer, definitely a guy who has never had an ounce of quit in him, but so far the technical acumen of Dean Bo Moskowitz probably has him ahead on the judges' scorecards.
Not necessarily technical, it's just more effective. He was able to get better positions, and right now he's taking some shots, but the trade-off wasn't really too good on that attempt.
You know, you commit to a submission and you get your arms in a place where they can't defend you against strikes. And in that situation, Ron Minera posturing up, able to rain down some blows.
Oh. As he was coming up, he just dropped for that double leg.
Well, Dean Bo Moskowitz spent some time in Albuquerque with Jackson's MMA, training with guys like John Dodson and Diego Sanchez. So he's been in some pretty big wars in the gym, as well as here in the cage.
Yeah, it looks like he had some Diego influence on that. I'm going to go 10-9 on that one. I'm going to give it to Dean.
Hello, selling fight gear and
your unofficial scorecard from Larry Landless. Round number 1, 10-9 for Dean Bo Moskowitz.
Also,
more effective striking from better positions. I think more so Minera was just striking out of survival.
Along with other
wasn't lining up too many good punches.
Winners will be announced at every
definitely
round.
Dean had better positions with the mount, side mount. Even though he got reversed, he came over with that butterfly, reversed the position right back, controlled the most part of the fight.
Well, the big question here is going to be this cardio situation. Now, Dean Bo definitely looking tired here in round number 1. You see him taking big, deep breaths, but he hasn't had the same cardio issues that Ron Minera has had in the past.
Yeah, that was a lot of scrambling, so he's probably going to feel it right now, but depends on how you recover in between. You know, you take those deep breaths, you get a little water in you. Sometimes people can almost back to 100%.
Round number 2 here in this welterweight match between Dean Bo Moskowitz in the blue and Ron Minera in the blue and Dean Bo Moskowitz in the red. You know, Dean Bo's a very cerebral fighter. Sometimes, though, that can work against you. He made some good choices in round number 1, but Ron Minera is a guy who bites on that mouthpiece and swings.
Well, he's picking good shots, even though he ate that right. Was just mostly a glancing blow. It looks like Dean Bo's getting the better of the exchanges. And that double leg again.
Ron caught Dean Bo a couple times there. Dean doing a good job of circling, trying to stay out of danger.
Yeah, he's taking those shots from the bottom, but those aren't as effective as if you're going to be on top mounted.
A big difference from last time. Against Shohei Yamamoto, Deanbo backed straight up and let Shohei decide where the striking took place. You saw here Deanbo changing directions, and then once they got into a firefight, changing levels, putting Ron on the back.
Okay, he needs to keep this straight, because if it turns to any degree, they're going to restart it. It's going to be an illegal ankle lock. Remember, he can't turn it. It's got.
You hear the referee yelling, "Don't turn, don't turn."
Can't be any rotation on it. It's got to be straight only. So that's a bad risk to take. He shouldn't have went for that. Wow.
And there again, the slugging of Ron Minera. No matter how tired he gets, he will keep throwing punches.
And he hit that wrestling duck under on the side. He's got some stuff from that position. He's underneath that armpit. That left arm is now ineffective, and he's actually got a choke. He does have a choke. He needs his legs, though. Up, without the legs, he had nothing. And now he's just stuck in a position.
Can Deanbo get out of this mount here? Up against the cage. 1 minute, 30 seconds remain in round number 2. Ron Minera pouring it on the young fighter out of House of Champions.
He turned it around this round. He turned it around. Definitely the most effective position of the fight.
Deanbo moving those hips, though, trying his best to avoid damage in this position. Minera finding purchase on some of those big punches.
Those are hammer punches. Those are all hammer punches. He's not driving any punches down. The hammer punches are really massive punches from that position. Shoving the face down to get some space. Yeah, he's definitely riding pretty. Oh, wow, he's getting out of this.
Deanbo's arm deep in there, though. Will that arm bar get locked?
He came up with an arm bar. That's a lock. And he did the right thing. Stepped over the body.
Fantastic escape by Deanbo. And that's good training. Nothing can teach you that other than good training to keep your head clear and make good decisions in that situation.
Yeah, you've definitely had to been there several times to know how to counter that, because a regular person probably would have turned the wrong way or straightened the arm out of panic. He stepped over the body and kept the arm turning, and he's definitely losing this fight, though. I'm swinging towards Minera right now.
20 seconds remain here in round number 2.
And he's got a Kimura. If he just had some legs, it would really help out.
Deanbo Moskowitz moving into the mount, but swept by Ron Minera.
Swept. Oh, he's got his back.
And now he takes the back.
Yeah, he's got the back. He let go of that Kimura.
Can Dean squeeze this choke tight enough?
Chin too low. Okay. Even though it ended with that choke, which is the most effective submission hold that he applied during the whole fight, he did get in one serious armbar, plus the striking. I swing this vote towards Minera right now. I give a 10-9, so right now I have a split decision on my card. It is a split decision.
So Larry Landless has this fight all matched up, 19-19 on your unofficial scorecard, going into our third and final round. This is probably the toughest fight I've seen either of these two fighters in. First of all, neither one of these guys, neither one of you guys has finished in the third round. Ron Minera never been past round number 2. Deanbo Moskowitz only passed the second round twice in his career so far.
Yep, I think now this is going to make the difference right here. Endurance and these are deep waters. Let's see who's been here before. It makes a difference. Yeah, he's stumbling. He's stumbling.
What will be the difference here? Is it the toughness of Ron Minera or the intelligence of Deanbo Moskowitz?
We got a timeout. We got a timeout from our corner person.
Two officials having a discussion.
Well, I think what we had was the crowd was coming over to the cage, and that's illegal. You can't be doing that. So
it does happen sometimes, especially with some of these people who are a little excited. Now, Deanbo throws that kick lazy. I don't think I've seen him this tired before in a fight.
No, and he doesn't have no drive on that double leg like he had earlier. He looks like he's going to score it, but he didn't have any drive like he had earlier.
And that's a really smart move, though. You're in what's probably a tied fight with 3 minutes to work, putting the guy in the back.
He's conceding it, and he's giving him the mount, too. Right now in the position he's in, he is definitely losing.
And now Deanbo finding that second win.
Wow. Now, a lot of those didn't land. One hit the chest, and the rest were coming through the arms. So,
but remember, from that angle, you might not know which one is hitting, which one's not.
Yeah, from what I'm looking at, it doesn't look like he's hitting. That's pretty tight. That one's a good one. He's slipping out the back, but I'll give him credit for that one.
So sweaty this late in the fight. It's hard to hold on to an arm like that.
Yeah, he got to do more than kick the legs at this point. Dean is leading because of what happened earlier with the position, the armbar, the striking. Yeah, he could do that because he's not going to get kicked. Yeah, you know this is all he wants to do. He does not want to stand and fight.
Both guys have so little left in the tank. If Deanbo can turn the corner here, this takedown might be enough to secure it in the eyes of the judges.
He's got to come around the corner. He's got the single leg right there. He's got to step over. Oh, he went inside with it. See that? If the guy's countering the outside, you go inside, but you got to grab that ankle and bring it towards your chest. Now he switched to the double, driving against the fence. Now he's back on the single on the other side. It's going nowhere. He's not going to get this takedown, looks like. If Minera gets one more stand-up on him and exchanges punches, he can turn this fight around. Right now, he is losing.
Deanbo trying desperately for this takedown. Minera, though, doing a good job defending, sprawling.
Oh, no, he rolled to his back. He's not pulling guard. He's sliding around. There, he's got that butterfly again. Yeah, he's looking to sweep. No, he ate a big one. He ate another big one.
Big punches from Ronald Minera, but a great traditional jiu-jitsu style sweep from Deanbo Moskowitz.
I think Dean wants to do heel hooks and what have you, and realizes he can't do it because of the legalities of the amateur division.
Yeah, you train those in the gym. Not so useful here, though, in the University of Mixed Martial Arts. And a perfect spin out from Minera.
Yeah, nice, perfect spin out. He's got a guillotine, but no guard, no legs.
15 seconds remain. Can someone really shine in the eyes of the judges here before this goes to decision?
Oh, he's hitting him a little low there. Yeah, if it ends like this, unfortunately, Deanbo looks like he may have edged this fight out. So let's see.
A really tough round to call. Deanbo had the takedown early on, but then that fantastic defense by Ron Minera in the middle of that round. But then, again, finishing positively is Deanbo Moskowitz.
Actually, defense doesn't score you any points. You got to have offensive points to score. Just because you have a good defense, it's not scoring you points. It's got to get you somewhere. Because of that situation, because of what happened, he did land the bigger punches on the floor, which was Minera. But everything else in play, the way it played out, I edge him out. I edge him out by a very slight margin. I give it to Deanbo.
Well, will Deanbo improve to 4 wins and 3 losses, or will Ron Minera break the tie and go to 3 wins and 2 losses?
I could pretty much tell you if it goes to a split decision. I could pretty much tell you which ref will be the odd man out. That's just I'm starting to get the swing of things.
Now, is that because you know the referees, or is that because of the positions they're seeing the fight from?
The judges. Yeah, I get to know the judges well. I kind of know their game. I kind of know what they look. There's some consistencies in a lot of people's decision-making processes, even mine. You know, I tell you, like of all the people here, because we do got some good judges here. We're lucked out, but sitting right over there is Doc Hamilton, who actually always has really sound cards. He's in my opinion, one of the top judges in California, if not the United States or the world, when it comes to MMA. He studies the sport.
It might be amateur mixed martial arts, but we still are under the regulatory body of the California Amateur Mixed Martial Arts Organization.
California State Athletic Commission, yes.
And the State Athletic Commission as well, which includes great people. We've had you refereeing here before. We've had Big John McCarthy before.
Herb Dean.
Some really great people here. So these fighters are getting nothing but the best.
Yeah, on an amateur level, too. This is, you can't ask for, a person like Doc Hamilton sitting over there as one of your judges. He's a person that would normally would be one of the top UFC referees or judges, and he's giving, he's going to make a decision, and he's going to, it's going to be a sound decision.
Well, it came down to the cardio here tonight. Deanbo Moskowitz going into deeper waters than we've seen him go before. Yes, he's fought those the full 3 rounds before, but never those 3 3-minute rounds rather than those 3-2. And it might not sound like it, but those extra 3 minutes make a big difference.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I do spin class sometimes. I know what the difference between 2 and 3 minutes is.
So judges taking their time to get the right call. Like we said, Ron Minera big with those heavy punches. Surprised, you know, maybe we saw less of those punches tonight because he was playing defense against the wrestling game of Dean Bo Moskowitz. But when he got a chance, he landed big bombs.
Yeah, he landed some big bombs, and defense doesn't win you fights. I mean, you need to be offensive to win fights.
And our judges have rendered our decision. Let's get the official call from Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' card for a decision. All 3 judges score the fight 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Ronald Minera.
I stand corrected. Well, I guess the heavy punch is ruled out overall. Yeah, the heavy punch is ruled out overall. Plus that armbar, you know, he did have it.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Ronald Minera. Ronald, that was an absolute brawl, one of the greatest fights in U of MMA history. Was that the toughest fight you've ever had?
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was a tough fight. One of the toughest fights that I had.
You were able to really turn around the fight in the second round. How were you able to stay positive and just grind it out and get the victory?
Well, everything's in training, so you need to be prepared mentally and physically. So if the first round doesn't go your way, you need to work harder to get the second, the third one. So that's how I did it.
Anybody out here you want to thank tonight?
First of all, I want to thank God. God is good. Second, I want to thank my wife. She's a big supporter. Nelson's Boxing, Jose, Abel, everybody, my friends, my family, Pablo, and everybody else who came to support me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ronald. We hope to see you again. What a great fight. Give it up for Ronald Minera, ladies and gents.
Your winner by decision, Ron Minera.